Hey, what it is? Your boy DaSlap about to give y'all my playoff prediction. Y'all know I do this every year. This the third year I done it. Y'all already know about the slap jinx. For those of you who tuned in first and second year, y'all know about the slap jinx. So don't get too happy if you hear me spew your team out my mouth, cause y'all already know how that go. That slap jinx is real. Slap jinx continues to be undefeated when it comes to jinxing some of these teams. So let's go ahead and get into these playoff predictions. Y'all already know. We're going to start out with the first game. Oakland Raiders at the Houston Texans. I'm going to go Houston. Simple fact, Raiders starting a rookie quarterback. His first start is a playoff game on the road. Connor Cook, I don't think he's ready. I mean, even though our quarterback situation ain't too better. I mean, O-Rock back out there, maybe he can do something in the playoffs for us, but I mean, I'm not holding my breath on that one. He was horrible this season. You know what I'm saying? He had that ski mask on. Yeah, he robbed us blind. I mean, blind. He got that bread. He got it from us, but it is what it is. So I got Houston moving on to the divisional round. Second game, we're gonna go Detroit at Seattle. I'm gonna go Seattle. I mean, Detroit got a chance. That, like I say, their defense. They got a good defense. Matthew Stafford, even though he got that finger injury, he still can make plays, throw the ball. And Seattle's defense hasn't been the same since Earl Thomas went down. But if you can make Seattle one-dimensional, Detroit, you got action, you got a chance. But I just think Russell Wilson and that home crowd in Seattle just gonna be a little bit too much for Detroit. And plus, Detroit hasn't won a playoff road game or a playoff game since Barry Sanders. I think 1992 was their last playoff win. They was at home, though. So, Seattle moving on to the divisional round. Sunday games, we got Miami at Pittsburgh. I mean, I'm going to go with the steel curtain. I can now finally call them the steel curtain again. No more Venetian blind. Their defense stepped up in the last 2 months of the season, playing good ball. Ben Roethlisberger spreading the ball somewhat around the field. He still looks for Antonio Brown 75 to 80% of the time, but got some other receivers out there. Le'Veon Bell, I mean, I think he's going to be too much. He's going to be the X factor of that game. Le'Veon Bell. Pittsburgh going to go ahead and move on. Miami, Matt Moore, I'm not too confident in him. I'm really not too confident if Tannehill was playing. So Miami, y'all had a good season, good run. Y'all made it to the playoffs. But I just think y'all going to fall short at Heinz Field come Sunday. Pittsburgh moving on. Last game of the wild card weekend, Giants, Packers. I mean, how many times does Eli have to win in Lambeau Field? He's already won twice. He's beaten Brett Favre to go to the Super Bowl, and then he beat Aaron Rodgers to move on to the NFC Championship. So he's proven that he can win at Lambeau Field easy. So, but I think I'm going with the Giants because I mean my money's on Eli. I can't stress that no more. Eli gets in that playoffs, man, and he don't even look like the same player that he looked like during the regular season. And I think that Giants defense is better than Green Bay's defense. Green Bay defense still is a little suspect. Queso Cheese is still a little suspect. I think Beckham gonna have a big game. He gonna be running free on that defense. It's gonna be cold, so we're gonna see who's gonna make them plays. But I got the Giants moving on. So my divisional rounds, we got Houston going to New England, Pittsburgh going to Kansas City. I got the Giants going to Dallas, and I got Seattle going to Atlanta. Well, I'm gonna start out the first one. Houston, sorry. Even though y'all my team, I don't see y'all, y'all not beating New England unless 7 people get hurt on New England team. That's the only way y'all have a chance. O-Rock, I'm not sold on you on the road. So, New England once again back in the AFC Championship. And Pittsburgh at Kansas City, Arrowhead gonna be rocking. It's been a long time since they had a divisional playoff game at home. It's been a minute, man. I'd say their last one, I think, was when Peyton came into town with the Colts and they beat them. Yeah, I think no, Baltimore. Might have been Baltimore. It's either Baltimore or Indianapolis. One of them. The last time Kansas City had a home playoff game, but they lost that one anyway. But I'm picking Kansas City to go ahead and pull it out. Alex Smith, that defense, Pittsburgh. It's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be probably the tough. That's probably gonna be a tough battle game. Probably 17, maybe 20 points will win that game. I don't see a high-scoring game in Arrowhead, but I got Kansas City moving on to the AFC Championship. So Kansas City, New England, that's my AFC Championship. Going on NFC divisional round for the third time, Giants and the Cowboys. And for the third time, the Giants will beat the Cowboys. This is the year. I mean, this is the last time Cowboys was number 1 seed, the Giants went to the Super Bowl. 13-3 were the Cowboys. Giants came into town and beat them. And here we go again 9 years later, 10 years later, however you want to put it. 9 years, 10 years later, here we are. Cowboys 13-3, Giants coming in as the 5 seed like they was back in 2007. So I got the Giants moving on, beating the Cowboys for a third time. They say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. Well, Giants are going to prove them naysayers wrong about that when they go in there. Eli, that's another stadium that he owns, AT&T Stadium. Yeah, he wins in that building too. He got his 75, 80% record. You know what I'm saying? He ain't lost but, twice, 3 times, maybe 3 times in that stadium. So he coming to AT&T, the stadium that Eli built. That's what he say. Signed his name on the visiting locker room, saying this is my stadium. So Giants moving on to the NFC Championship. Seattle, Atlanta. Well, Atlanta, y'all get back, from that game early in the season when y'all played Seattle and they didn't call that pass interference for Julio. I think I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to Atlanta to beat Seattle. Atlanta beating Seattle. Matt Ryan, MVP candidate, maybe the MVP this year. He put up the numbers. His team was winning. They got the bye week. They got Seattle coming in. Hey, I got Atlanta moving on with Julio, damn Fulio, and that boy Matty Ice out there. Because that Earl Thomas injury, yeah, it's gonna pose a big problem against Atlanta. Because y'all ain't got that man to cover that middle of that field. Cam Chancellor, he's not a cover. He's more of a line of scrimmage type safety. So I think Atlanta just going to be too much. They put up enough points. Seattle get in them droughts where they don't score. So, and it's not going to be that type of game where your defense can pull you out of the game. So I got Atlanta and the Giants in the NFC Championship, and I got Kansas City and New England in the AFC Championship. AFC Championship, I think Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City. I mean, the easy pick could be New England, but I'm going Kansas City. Kansas City, that defense travels. They won some big road games this year. They learned from their experience last year going to New England, and they just came an onside kick away from maybe having a chance to win that game. They almost got that onside kick too, so they know they can go down there and play. So they going to go down there, they're going to play. Alex Smith, he don't turn the ball over. They got to get that running game going. The running game is going to be a big factor in that game. So Kansas City moving on to Super Bowl 51 in Houston. Kansas City Chiefs representing the AFC. NFC, Giants at the Falcons, NFC Championship. And once again, Eli does it. Eli in the Super Bowl, beating up on Atlanta. That defense, like I say, I think the Giants defense is going to shock a lot of people in the playoffs like they did in 2007 and in 2011. I just think that defense is very underrated. I mean, they getting some talk about them, but I think their defense is underrated. I mean, they spent a lot of money on that defense for this reason right here. The worst defense last year turned into a top 10 defense this year. That's a huge turnaround from 1 year. So, but I got Eli moving on, Giants popping them Falcons at home, moving on to Houston, Giants, Chiefs, Super Bowl 51. That's my pick for Super Bowl 51, Giants and Chiefs. There you have it. So y'all heard what teams I put out there. We shall see. And I'm going to tell you like this, my Super Bowl picks, they normally don't get past second round, but we shall see. Because the last 2 years, my Super Bowl picks have lost in the divisional round. So the two that I picked, Giants and Chiefs. Y'all better get it together, cause I gotta prove me wrong one of these times, man. Cause the slap jinx is the slap jinx, and for those of you who don't know about the slap jinx, you're gonna find out in the playoffs what that slap jinx do. So y'all already know, man. Super Bowl 51, my prediction, Giants and the Chiefs. I already know I'm finna get some flap back, but it is what it is. This is why we do this, so y'all can debate on your sports. Give me your pick. I mean, it is what it is. It's your boy DaSlap coming at you for that playoff prediction, and I can't wait for tomorrow. Let's go Texans, baby. Y'all already know, and I'm out.